I'm Adam.
I'm Keith, and this is Unfiltered Founders, and we're almost out of beer.
We are. Time for another one. Welcome back, entrepreneurs, to this edition of Unfiltered Founders with Adam and Keith, who hasn't changed his shirt in 3 episodes. Today, we're going to be talking about mentorship.
No, it's always the last episode that gets us. You know, it always gets us.
It is the best. It is the best. So we are back in Savona Family Chiropractic here in Dublin. We did a couple of episodes here. We usually, jump around a couple different places, but Dr. Savona has been kind enough to let us occupy his office for the better part of the day.
His whole office.
His whole office. And we're going to get adjusted a little bit,
Yep.
I want him to make me taller. Maybe I'll put they don't have phone books anymore. Damn.
They don't.
They don't have phone.
But actually, when Matt started his business, they did.
They did.
Most certainly.
They started with the phone books.
Yeah, that's all they had. Full page ads, right?
Keith, they're not here for us to talk about phone books. They're here for us to talk about getting a mentor, why they should get a mentor, how to get a mentor.
No, and I think we wanted. This is episode 9. We're getting pretty far down here in terms of building these up, and we've had some really great discussions. You and I, we've had some great discussions with some great founders and business owners. And one of the things that has come up is the importance of mentorship and learning, and also giving back as a mentor, right? Being on both sides of it, and why that's important. And I think that spoke to why you and I started Hatching Ground, why we're in it, and we wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we developed together is kind of that back and forth of how we can help people, right? And it started with us helping each other and helping a couple of mutual friends with starting new things and seeing them develop. And then it became that new thing. Each time we started talking to somebody and developing a new project, we could feel that rush of being able to share just our history, our knowledge, our failures in a way that can help push people forward and lift them up.
Yeah, and I think, we were in a business scenario together where you and I were getting drawn into various conversations about other business ventures, and we get to explore other people's ideas, and they would ask, you a little bit on the creative, they would ask me a little bit on the ops side and the business structure side. And we started kind of having a process almost that in working through those discussions, but more importantly, when we got to the end of it, it was fun, right? And we talked about the fact that it was fun and it was enjoyable, and it was something that you and I enjoyed and enjoyed doing together, and that led to us then making the decision to go into business. And I think that's something that's key when people are thinking about it, like, if this wasn't fun, you and I wouldn't be doing it. And obviously filming this and getting to drink beer and all, that's fun, but
some of us are drinking beer.
Yeah, here we go. But some of us, but more than that, right? So some of the best moments really are getting to meet with people directly in one-on-one settings, or where you and I both get to meet with them and getting to have an impact. And I, am a coach, passionate ice hockey coach. Been a coach for a long time. You and I met coaching, but it's not only a passion. We do truly enjoy it.
We do. We love it, and we're good at problem solving, right? And we both have different ways of coming at problems, right? You like to meet things straight ahead, figure it out. What steps do we do to get by it? I like to come at problems from the side. Mm-hmm. So between the two of us, we can lay out options for how to overcome a problem or how to just attack a problem. Because sometimes it's not about overcoming a problem, it's maybe turning it to your benefit or approaching it in a different way.
I mean, I actually find that when when we're balancing each other, if your way is the better way or my way is the better way, ultimately though, bringing both together makes for the best solution. I mean, it's not combining them, right? But bringing a little bit of structure to his idea that's a little bit more out of the box is going to help. Or going and saying, okay, yeah, that's really nice and structured, but let's think about these things that are outside the box that can make that be better. That influence is huge and something I most certainly enjoy.
Yeah, and we started to talk about we're already coaching people. Like, we're already doing it, and we're doing it because we love to do it and it's fun, and it really is great to see people succeed at something that they love, or to find a dream and chase the dream and be a part of that journey for them. But as we're trying to figure out how to build that out and what to put around it, there were a lot of different things that we said we could put together, and we've picked a couple of things that really lend themselves to our strengths.
Yeah, and I think it's community, and then one-on-one mentorship and coaching. I mean, those were really where we decided to start. There had to be a starting point. And are there ambitions to do larger things and mass webinars and seminars? Maybe, but at the end of the day, we wanted to get into what we really love, and that's bringing people together, having discussions about business, whether it be one-on-one or with our friends, and I mean everything. You see in all aspects, whether we're on Unfiltered Founders or it's about the community online that we're creating. Or if it's about getting together with a potential, business owner that's looking to pursue their dream.
Yeah, and each of those things has different benefits that it offers to all of those different people, right? So the community, what that's giving is a natural place to network, right? And networking has been such a big part of our building of everything that we've done together. It starts with the hockey network that brought us together, then it goes to the friends network, the family network, and then it expands out from there. And having a network, creating a network of entrepreneurs who are not just looking to make themselves successful, but to help each other. So I have a business doing this and you have a business doing that. Well, I've done that, right? We all have history in what we've done, and getting people talking to each other, people who are excited about growing and building things for themselves, talking to each other builds that excitement, and having other excited people around you just raises the water level.
Yeah, I think it's just important. And if you look at whether it was the Pipers when we were up at Porter's and talking to Christine, about her converting over to marketing, or talking to Ryan about opening the bar, or speaking with Matt, right, and learning about how he got his own chiropractic practice very early on. There was a networking theme, there was a mentorship theme. They thrived on those that were around them, right, to give them support and give them confidence to create those businesses and ultimately be successful.
Yeah, and look at some of the relationships we have with people in the communities that we serve, right? So we happen to know a lot of professional athletes. It's just a curse of what we do. But
the ice hockey community is a very small community, is what I would say. It's a very unique sport for anybody who doesn't realize, but it is. It's different.
It's grown into. I was at an event with a whole bunch of 76ers the other day. And if you want to feel short, get in a room full of basketball players and ex-basketball players, and you will feel short.
You don't feel short in every room?
No, because my ego is pretty tall.
All right, got it.
I am pretty good at what I do.
Full circle, you carry those phone books around so you can just...
I have platforms.
Platforms? Nice.
Yeah. Look, I'm wearing flip-flops today because I am so tall in my shoes. Says the guy in a dirty shirt. Anyway, you get into this room and you see how they interact with each other, right? Yep. And the network that they've built of people who have a one combined thing. They just played basketball together, but now they're talking about business. They're talking about investment. They're talking about what's the next thing, right? And guys on the Eagles that I know who are in the same situation, and the Phillies, all of these professional athletes who are looking to start something at the end of their career are networking. They're building community, right? And business people should be doing that too. If you're looking for that next thing to do, you have to gather your community around you or get into a community of like-minded people.
Yep. And then on the mentorship side, the coaching side, I mean, that's my favorite part of the business, is getting to interact one-on-one, hearing somebody's fresh idea, new idea, getting to put a little bit of structure around it. Like, I get excited about that, and being able to come in and say, okay, this is the idea. And they go, well, I don't know how to get from point A to point B. And building that roadmap and helping them build that roadmap is really my favorite part.
And I love taking that other fork, right? And you have an idea, you have a dream, something that you want to make real. There is a set of steps. Set of steps? There's a prescribed set of steps.
You're the author.
Steps
you're the one that writes books.
I do. And there's a great book called Save the Cat. Here you go. I'm gonna get into this. There's a great book called Save the Cat, and it's actually about script writing, and it talks about movies. And in all movies, there's certain things that happen that we as a society understand in storytelling. It's why you can hear a story from Spain or Africa or Japan, and it will connect with you because there are certain things that we as human beings see in a story. There's a path to that story and certain events that happen for it to come to a natural conclusion. And if those events don't happen, either you're not going to like the story or it's not going to work.
Yep.
It's the same for building a business. There's certain things that need to happen or that should happen, and there are times when those things should happen. Like 10% of the way into the story, this happens, 50% this way. At 75% through the story, your main character has a whole big thing happen. So that's the way a story works. Businesses are the same way. It doesn't mean that at 25% every time, maybe it's 10% in or 30% in, but these steps are known to help you make your business a success. And if you follow those guidelines and stay close to that path, then there's a very good chance of you being successful in what you're doing. And that's what that mentorship allows us to pass on to people.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, asking the right questions. There's a certain, like you and I have a certain set of questions that we just rely on that allow us to dig into ideas from both sides. Actually, they work for both of us and allow us to dig in and then get those steps ironed out for people. But you and I, there's a process to it that no matter what segment the business is coming from, it seems to be able to allow us to get to where we need to be.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what somebody can expect from that first step into a mentorship relationship.
Yes, I mean, we offer a clarity call. That's a 15-minute clarity call, and really we're going to go through a series of questions that relate to the purpose of your business, the need that you're trying to fill, what you think your target market may be, where the resources that you have in terms of starting the business, and allow us to then look at carving out a mission statement ultimately, and a vision, and those are two different things, right? But a mission statement and a vision, and then ultimately getting towards a business plan, where you at least have something where the business goes from up here to at least on paper. And I think that's a huge first step for any business. You have to have a plan, and even if you're going to attack things from outside the box, there's still a plan to how you attack things from outside the box, right? And getting the business out of your brain and on paper is really the first big step that every business owner should be taking.
Yeah, and even if you have a business plan that you've put together, but you haven't taken those next steps, or you've taken one or two of those steps and you're on rocky ground, there's an editing process, right? Just because you have a business plan doesn't mean that it's locked in stone. You're looking to be successful. Sometimes you have to pivot, right? So there's never a bad time to engage help. One of the key things is when you do your call with us, which is free, by the way, that first call is free. If you're not ready to jump into a mentorship relationship, we're not looking to do that. If it seems like the right next step, then yeah, we're going to recommend that as the next step. But if the next step is do these couple of things, then reach back out or join the community and learn and group, use that group knowledge. If that's the right thing, we're going to recommend that, because every situation is different, every person is different, and every business is different.
Well, and ultimately, I mean, for me, if we're not the right community or we're not the right mentors, go get a community, go get a mentor, right? Go do that. That's the biggest. That's free advice in general, right? I think that we're learning as we work through this is, we may not be the right fit, right? It may not be the community that you're looking for. We hope that it is, but more than anything, if you're really serious about it, you're gonna have to go get yourself a good mentor, somebody that can guide you. There's going to be people out there that you should be asking for help. I think that you can most certainly go alone. I mean, any business owner can go it alone, but you're going to find that's a much harder path. And full circle, most people want to help. They genuinely do want to help. Most people, not everybody, but most people do want to help. And so when you go and you ask somebody that's already in the field that you're in, 9 out of 10 people aren't going to be threatened by that. They're actually going to be excited that you want to go do that, and they're going to help you and they're going to guide you. And I think it's just an important part of, we talk a lot about all the parts of being a business, understanding that it's not threatening or wrong to go and ask for help. Is an important part of business.
It is, and if for anybody who's been watching these, you'll know that Keith and I have said multiple times, the thing that we wish we had done more of is listen to our mentors, take their advice, or, in my case, having a mentor to begin with. My first book contract, I basically just said yes in a drunken stupor. It's worked out, but the person that I got that contract with, the editor I worked with, is now my agent. She's my mentor in the industry. Because I was like, well, you took me really good, and now guide my career path so that doesn't happen again. And I think when you reach out to people to ask them to be a mentor or engage them as a mentor, it does make them feel good. Right? We feel good about being able to help people, but it is a little bit self-serving. You feel good when somebody asks you for advice.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, wow, okay, I'm valuable. I have something to give here, and that feels good, right? So you're actually helping other people by asking them to help you, which is, it seems counterintuitive, but trust me, it's true.
Yeah, and I talk about this in the hockey world with guys that, are getting to be 18, 19, 20 years old, and they start giving private lessons to the 6 and 7-year-olds. And I reiterate to them, teaching, giving back, giving the knowledge back actually does make them better. It's part of their training process. It makes them re-break down the game. It makes them think about their game a little bit. They're talking and they're teaching a wrist shot or a slap shot or a snap shot, and they're going through puck skills and all the basic skating skills, slowing it down, getting back to basics, getting into those core elements of the game. I think that applies on the business side too, in terms of being a mentor, right? There's every conversation that I have with somebody, I most certainly have those takeaways that, something triggers sometimes in terms of what I'm doing currently in business, and it, makes me take pause, or they say something, it makes me change my perspective. I think it's part of the growing process is helping other people.
Yeah, it makes you reevaluate how you do things, or evaluate how you do things if you've never done that before. And if you look at any of the interviews that we've done, you'll see people pause when we ask questions sometimes, because a lot of times it's not something that they've thought about or something they haven't thought about in forever. So being able to look back and think about that and then take a different tack going forward helps.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're looking for help, you're looking for good information, looking to be a part of a community, we have one, and we want you to be a part of it. If you're looking for a one-on-one conversation and you're looking to get some direct advice and some direct feedback, clarity calls are free for now. It's the keyword for now.
For now.
But they're free for now, and we love to have those discussions with you. So
Yeah. So
give them the old.
yeah, if you have questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, please comment them below. Like, share, yell it from the mountaintops about what we're doing here. And if you're interested in talking to Keith or myself, go to hatchingground.com and do a clarity call, join the community. Really engage with us. That's what we want.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, everybody.
We're gonna be unfiltered founders, so
Yes.
fucking get used to it.